Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Checky. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For checky. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level for check it. For checky. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I've been so cool. Massive cash out with Aviator on Parimatch. Charlie, visit parimatch.com.gh now and enjoy showdown odds and amazing offers on your favorite sports, jackpot and casino game. Play with Parimatch and get up to 500% Pari Boost bonus to win big like a boss. Parimatch, the game is yours. This advertisement is vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Gaming can be addictive.
GMA. T stands for Telecel, aka Telecel Ghana Music Awards. I remember some time ago when it was VGMA, somebody said vaginas. So now can we comfortably say taginas? Well, so yesterday at the Grand Arena, the 25th edition of the Ghana Music Awards, now TGMA, Telecel Ghana Music Awards, was launched. I was there, stories are out, and I want us to look at the various angles that have been put out by the tabloids, by individuals who are even not happy, and more before we even do any other thing. It's a Friday, Easter Friday, and therefore we are not going to stress anybody. We are taking care of some of the issues so they won't be late by Monday. That is exactly what we are trying to do today. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the show. This is Showbiz Daily, live here on Sammy Flex TV. And my men are seated in Team Lodi Solomon, aka HMO, at the extreme end. He is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. And of course, he is the boss of Intidosu Digital Solutions. And the blogger is back. The nation's blogger. The nation's blogger is Kobe Josvan. And I love the way you are keeping your website very active. That is kobijosvan.com. And his YouTube page is also up. Roland has a problem with his thumbnails, right? He features himself. And then but Roland can go to hell with it. He'll still do some more.
No, but let me comment Kobe Josvan. I think the interview that you had with, what's the name of the artist? The one in where he from outside, he spoke with him. The shot was from outside into his studios, like into his house, then to the studio before he was able to get.
You tried
yeah. It was a very beautiful documentary that he had for the boy.
Wow.
And I would want to commend him on that. That was a very beautiful job. it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy for him to have done that, and I want to commend him on that.
Solid. And Roland Amate is also from Shark Z Shatter Movement Empire. Roland Report on YouTube, rolandreport.com. My name is Sammy Flex, and show is being produced by Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex, editor director of the show. And I know you at the other side, you are also with us and doing it hard. Tap Send is also here. Yeah, God is here. Tap Send is also here. If you want to send money from abroad to Ghana, remember Tap Send will do it for you. So get the app downloaded today on your phone. Put in the details that you have to and use the promo code SammyFlex. That is not all. Use the Tap wallet where you can change your money from pound to cedis. So anytime you want to spend it, you can spend it from the wallet with no stress. And you want to make money via betting apps? One new app is giving people more money than the others. This is called Parimatch GH. Parimatch Bet or Parimatch GH. Go online, download the app, and get the business going. If you want to do Aviator, I'm giving you some AV as your promo code. We give you some money to start. If you want to do sports betting, I give you some SP. And again, if you're a first timer, just go on some 200 and we give you some 200% for you to enjoy some more. Parimatch, and we are good to go. Now, I know Roland was there, myself I was there, Chamo was not there obviously, and what's his name? Kobe Josman was also not there. But what have you guys seen so far? Let me start with those who were not there. Let me see if their feeling is the same as it has been communicated. What have you heard? What have you seen, Chamo?
Yeah, I've heard things, and also I also had some conversation behind the scenes about even at the time that I think at that moment the nominations were not out. Okay. Nominees, the names of the nominees were not out, but one camp was complaining to me that they have checked and their name is not in there, and they were so disappointed. So,
which camp?
Yeah, the Great Ampons camp.
Even when the
nominations were not at that time, maybe he had saw it earlier. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't monitoring it on social media. So let's put it in
there. So far, you know.
Let's put it in
a
It could be like that, or maybe he saw it earlier than me, and then he was complaining that no. He doesn't understand why the artist Great Ampon didn't get even nominations.
Okay, Richie, let's handle that because Chemo has brought it up. I'm sure today we are going all out on the Tajimes. So no, I'm talking about Roro's point. I'm talking about Roro's point. Yes. Okay. This Richie has it though. It says, or he wrote that, I love some, hey, Ghana Music Awards there. If you are not in their books, forget to get in their books, cough, get nominated, and even win. So you guys mean all the artists in the gospel categories had songs and numbers bigger than Great Ampon style BRD. Hey, which gospel song in 2023 really started trends and got everybody talking? A song with millions of views on YouTube and over 1 million plays didn't even qualify to be nominated. You guys should keep working with emotions.
Okay.
More neighbor. See more. Okay, I want to see the see more so that I know exactly what was written there. Okay, so let me go back to it. It says, okay, let me go start from here. I said, hey, which gospel song in 2023 really started trends and got everybody talking? A song with millions of views on YouTube and over 1 million plays didn't even qualify to be nominated. You guys should keep working with emotions. Anyways, guys, we're dropping a new banger soon. You know how we do it. And he gave the fire emoji. Fire, sir. And I'm sure Chemo would want to expatiate on this point.
Yeah. I mean, me too. Like when I heard it, I was surprised that.
So his problem was the gospel song.
Popular song of the year.
No, he talked about
gospel song of the year. He wasn't in there. Yeah.
So Star BRB. Yeah.
Star BRB
did not do bad.
Yes, Star BRB was like everywhere. TikTok reactions and like everybody was talking about it. Almost all the stars that we know here did something with it. Like Kodum Kansan Lewen did something with it. Kwakumenu, or like Star BRB was really huge.
Okay.
So it's surprising that it couldn't make the list. But I mean, as for award schemes and how they do their things, you cannot blame them that much in that sense. They will do whatever that they think is the best for the scheme. And but yes, for me, I was really surprised when I heard that Star BRB couldn't make the list. I mean, not winning is another thing, but couldn't even make the best song or the popular song list, popular gospel song list. It was really surprising to me. But hey, awards will always come with this kind of reactions and feelings. Yeah, so I'm not really surprised. As for the numbers online, we will have a special show. Then we will go deeper into the numbers and how people should reference it when they are talking about numbers. You can't just say that you had huge numbers online or on YouTube, so you should be nominated. It doesn't work like that. It should be more than that. But for Ampon song in particular, we saw the reaction coming from others and how the song was impactful in our space. So it's different, but we will go deeper into why you cannot just reference the numbers that you have and think that you deserve nominations. No, it doesn't work like that. But we will talk about that one later. Yeah.
All right, so you guys should wait for that. It is going to be in the editorial with Chabu very, very soon. You would understand why someone might have 10 million views and the person might not still get nominated or win to another who has about 2 million views. We will be handling that as well. Kobe, let me ask you about your general observation, general remarks on the launch of the 25th edition of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, aka Tajimes.
Well, Brass, I mean, first of all, let me say congratulations to the team. 25 years in the game, it hasn't been easy. And when we see things like this, we should be happy because at least if you have nothing to talk about, we have VGMA to talk about, and that is our biggest award scheme in Ghana. So for them being consistent, I mean, all these years, trying to, I mean, fit within their, I mean, their goals, their missions, I mean, they've done well. But despite all these conversations or whatever good things that we say, we'll still have some things to also question them about. And personally, I'll start from the rebrand. I mean, from Vodafone to Telecel. I mean, I see it to be a problem because the switch to one way or the other affected. Because at some point, people closer to the industry or some of the players in the industry thought or exaggerated that there will be either Telecel will be the headline sponsor, but others too were kind of confused and trying to have some arguments with themselves. So that one I see it to be a problem. And another thing too was the publicity. I think comparing it to
the problem of people seeing that Telecel,
the name when Vodafone rebranded to Telecel. Of course, we know Vodafone was the headline sponsor. So it's all these years it has been Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. So when there was a switch, it was kind of confusing how the new VGMA or maybe the new Ghana Music Awards will be named, because it being Tiasia on Befa Telecel and still you are maintaining Ghana Music Awards. So with respect to that one. And another thing that I also observed.
So what is the problem?
Well, when you see, it is not about the marketing. When the people are more or less, familiar with the name, or maybe they understand the way forward to the scheme, they can also have their conversation right. Because once they ask, how do you go out there to even talk about it? And that is what I'm talking about. And another thing is the publicity. Comparing it to previous years, I think this year publicity in terms of nominees announcements, because it took me 2 days before me to say BBC Impo and Air Course. So and bloggers' involvement comparing to previous years. This year I said I don't know if their conversation wasn't all that right, but I'm sure that I'm caught giddy to say those years me who. But all being the same, Mbebo my basso and with in common so about people showing some concern. It's okay, I'm not okay. It is all part of the game. Of course, there have to be some conversation like this. So what the name? Telecel Ghana Music Awards and so will fly out there. So what it will also serve as a publicity for the scheme. No matter what. Politics never you will never get all things right because Ebi play more cards very well. Some people will lobby, very well. Some people get their conversation right. Some people also do some things behind the scene. It is all part of what our scheme be. And we shouldn't also forget a business thing. Yes, Omo aim say they want to identify, recognize and celebrate these, creatives. But at the end of the day, they want to make money because so when some people want to collaborate one way or the other and make things right for them, why not? They will, go or I agree with them and do their things right. But the minister said we shouldn't lose the value of the scheme, and that is one important thing because say that is our biggest scheme. I'm pleading to the organizers. Day in, day out, they should be more innovative, more creative. Try to bring new things on board that will still, keep the whole thing vibrant, like active. Like when you hear the name, Ghana Music Awards, it's still ringing in your head. Say, this is the thing that we are talking about. Because if nothing at all, that is our Grammy. If you like it or you don't like it, that is our biggest award scheme. So let's hold it, at heart. And to the creative season, sometimes you make the whole thing look some way, but say, when it is BBA Ghana there, we know Shada to cherish them well because last year, Sam, because a BBA nomination wouldn't even post it at all. But let this same person get, let me say a medal award scheme nominated on other country. We will see the kind of energy and the enthusiasm that they will use to promote it. Or is it because it is Ghana thing, so we don't want to promote it? Of course, if it is well, the good name comes in Ghana and remains in Ghana. So that is one thing that I'll plead with them. But we wish all the nominees, Obio or Winnie nomination, they are wishing it well. And as time goes on, team they should listen to some of the concerns and put them into consideration.
All right.
Yeah, so I think so far these are some of the things that personally I've observed.
You want to talk about. Well, thank you so much, Kobe Josvan. Let me go on to Roland Amate and also listen to him. He was there, as a matter of fact. So let's see if the things he saw there would be equal as those who were not there.
Well, obviously, it would not be the same because the feeling in the auditorium and everything is different from what you get online and even what you get from home. But then, my general view on this year's TGMA is, I would first want to say congratulations to them for doing this over 2 decades and a half. It's not a joke. And I would also want to say congratulations to them as well for the last minute penning on paper. That last minute signature that they were able to secure in order to force them to still hold or get a title sponsor to this particular edition is one that I would also want to congratulate them on. Because yes, maybe generally some people may not notice, but some of us, even from afar, we can still see have a knowledge about how the conversations went, even behind the scenes. We also saw the processes and the kind of communications that were even coming out, even before this particular day. So I would want to commend them on that. And also to the announcement, like the whole organization of the launch and its announcement. In the auditorium, the setup was fantastic. The artists that graced the occasion in terms of performance were also fantastic. But then I also share the view of not much representation of the artists themselves, of which brings us back to the conversation of the fact that so many artists are losing interest, or a section of the top artists are losing interest in these award schemes. But then I was still happy when I saw certain top artists like Celestine, Don Core, PACS Star, Nasi and the likes all gracing the occasion, because it gives me some level of hope that okay, all is not lost yet. Yes, some people may not be part, but then if they are able to get people like this to even be at the launch, not even the main event, the launch, then it means that there is hope that if certain conversations they are able to get it right, it will be able to bring back that particular love.
Yeah.
Because it takes just some few people to spread the word and say, hey, why don't we come back? And they will definitely get certain people for them to join. And also the new crop of artists that have now, that's whose interests have been built into the scheme. You know, the top people that have pulled out or that are not showing interest in the scheme,
Yes,
there is a
I was
possibility.
going to correct that.
There is a possibility that attitude may affect the younger ones coming, of which they may even base on that particular attitude to say, okay, if these people are not interested in this, then we shouldn't even start in the first place, because they are experienced, they have been there, and they are telling us that it is not good. But then the scheme have been able to still maintain that zeal of still making it interesting for the younger generation to also be part of it. Because I saw some appreciable number from the new faces that are so enthused to enter, to even the debutants and all those people. I mean, it's still there's still hope again that okay, at least since the younger ones have taken over, or some of them have taken over, at least the sustainability plan is still on. That cycle is still on for some period of time. And the general nominees announcement, of which they announced the various categories and the artists that qualified for it. Generally, I see a lot of bleeding.
Bleeding?
Yeah.
Bleeding among musicians?
Yes. I see lots of bleeding. In fact, I will say this, let me say this today. If there is any time, or there's going to be any time that this particular award scheme will be under serious scrutiny, bashment and criticism, it is going to be this year.
I see.
It's going to be this year, if you ask me. It's going to be this year.
Why do you think so?
And it is even very evident, even with the nominees announcement, like as artists have been even announced, it is very evident that even people who even have nominations in there still have a problem of them being not nominated in certain categories. I know you say, oh, it happens like it's been happening in year, but this particular year is seeing a different shift, where people who even are campaigning for a certain section, even though their section there's a representation there, they are still not satisfied. So you can imagine from when the pain is building from this side, it is going to transcend into this week, this whole week, or the week after is going to be for the objections and the corrections and all of that.
Window.
There are certain people that are going to make certain.
Yeah, they have a 1 week window.
There are certain people that are going to make their suggestions.
Smart move.
And you see already the pain has started. One, that week will come. They will open. People will make their suggestions. Na pain na two. Now, for nominees lunch, that festival the city too, there are certain people that are going to be mafiaed in those like during that particular time. The pain will be three, and the last one that will break the camel's back will be on the main night, when certain people are going to miss out. Oh yes, and you see, people who would even pick up a plaque will still have problem, and it has started. For somebody to be nominated or have a slot but still complain of other categories, then it means that on that day, if they should even miss the one that they are in here, forget it.
We are dead.
And it is, I will attribute this to it. I always talk about the politics in the game. This year, I am seeing more politics than hard work. And it is, the factors are so many. Some is from the organizers, of which at a point I felt that some of even the pickings in terms of who should be in this category or that category were done in a rush.
Oh,
Yes.
How do you think like
So
that?
did they go
Because-
through the same procedure as they?
Yes.
They went.
The-
They did
the
their
whole month.
normal board meeting.
But the reason why I'm saying some of
With the
this
same
time,
members, or the members has changed a bit.
Well,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't really announce their
members.
but I know
Okay.
some of the people we know
Yeah.
are still there.
the
Okay.
reason why I'm saying it was done at a point, to me, I feel it was done in a rush, is because we all know the calendar of this particular award scheme. January. But after January, this conversation is supposed to be the conversation of we've opened up nominations, people have filed their nomination, is supposed to be over. We exhausted the whole January without any conversation about the scheme, which is a huge time loss for the scheme. Now, when we entered into February, now there was the need for them to crack their brains in terms of building publicity for it. Because as at that time,
Building publicity for what?
building momentum and interest for the scheme. Because as at that time, remember, so many people were asking questions as to if the scheme was going to suffer the same fate as Three Music Awards due to that silence.
Let me tell you why at that time they couldn't do much. They couldn't do much because negotiations were ongoing with Telecel. And remember, Telecel too, they just found their feet. So if you are going to do, say, billboards, flyers, and things, are you going to do it raw, or you are still going to add
And you see, that's
the headline sponsor?
That's
Meanwhile, to them, they want the headline sponsor to benefit from every advertisement move. So yes, I understand it was slow. That one, no deny about
negotiation
that. But I'm
time.
sure it was purposeful.
You see, that's negotiation move.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on the people more than anything. When you know, or when to be sure, say, okay, when you know you are sure it is going to happen, and when you know, okay, probably it will not happen, then you will be able to do certain things before. But if you know, and I encourage also a beba, then that's time. No? There are certain things that you were supposed to focus. If there's certain things that you are supposed to focus on, I tell you, some conversation of you running to a meeting just for a single conversation can let you leave so many things hanging.
Yeah.
It can let you leave so many things hanging, including even planning, because we've seen a year where they scrub off among nominees jam, and it was because it was eaten into certain times. Our more delay or baby. So how much more a whole month I call without a conversation, and that whole month conversation was just about a title sponsorship. And me, I can tell you this title sponsorship was secured in the last minute.
Yeah.
And if it was secured in the last minute, you can just imagine the back and forth. And it is these same people who are also influential in some of these board meetings, of which they can't do without them. So yes, some of the pickings I feel were done in a rush, but then politics in this particular edition is too heavy.
Yeah.
It's very
You
that one there. The politics surpass first not with Jumano. Now the politics now. But this time
people were having that influence. But this time
politics no you more.
I can see that
The politics in there is very clear.
So me, I want us to be very specific. Are you saying a category like best new artist, where people have seen two of Links Entertainment artists there? Is this what you are? Okay, not this particular one, but is this part of the issues you consider as
it is
the
part,
politics?
It is part, and
because I've seen so many people who are also saying, these people they really were not fit for such.
Exactly. I know you're one. And I tell you, if any politics there are certain people. Pick somebody like Kimpaluta, Olive the Boy.
So there's the category
for the new artists
that has also become problematic for many
and
people.
you see, pick somebody like
Benzi Banero. Some people think it is okay. They think it is okay. Now mention DSL. I'm not sure any of us can sing a song.
No, I don't know any of her songs.
That the reggae song?
Yeah.
He has
Boy Special. I think that song too.
No, that's not a song too. Some reggae song yesterday.
Boy Special and yet my blue there.
David, Cho.
Okay.
Boy Special. Like where the DSL.
DSL there. And Kimpaluta had a fantastic year.
Yes.
That you don't even have to ask. Ose Krom Sikadi.
Yes.
Chatis also had a fantastic. Olive the Boy also had a fantastic. Now so.
You see,
politics.
They are.
I'm sure everybody.
See,
are all going to be.
Paluta had a very fantastic year. Olive the Boy had a very good year. Osekwem Sikeni also had a very good year. But I tell you, Olive the Boy, Kim Paluta, and the Lynx guys, it took lots of politics for them to enter. Kim Paluta's conversation started with, is he really a new artist? So now the contemplation of us risking, okay, let's put him there. But what if we put him there and he comes to say, just like Asakamu and J-Bad comes to say, I don't want to belong to this new artist category because I am not a new artist. It is there. So, and let's check even when Olive the Boy and Kim Paluta's conversation of them being in the new artist category started. It started right from January. And Kim Paluta, I am glad he has learned his lessons. Because last year, Edino. So this year, he was able to plant himself in certain people's conversation, certain people's stands, that they were able to do that politics for him. That enabled them to do that politics for Kim Paluta. I can tell you, Kobe Mese. Forget the head song now, when you're Kobe Mese. Somebody like Paluta, he would have missed. And the Banzi Banero guy too. Politics in Diaman. Politics in Diaman Banzi Banero. Oh, simple. Between him and Kwesi Ameuga. Forget the hit song that he has. Between him and Kwesi Ameuga. And people the categories there too.
Ameuga, I think he deserves to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between him and Ameuga, politics in Diama Banero. It is politics clean. And if we are to measure, then one would have to go into the unsung. And
Ameuga even gave us an EPO.
One would have to go into the unsung, and one would have to go into the new artist category. Wow, politics, you will get here. And Banero was able to up his political game, and he's here. And me, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ameuga being compensated with unsung category. Yes.
Was he there? Okay, for that one day.
They are yet to announce it. So, so me, I will not be surprised if he finds himself there. So that one there. So if we should pick all the categories, you can. The politics need the you will see it. You will see it. So me, I feel this year the political play is more. Yes, the works are there. The works are in people's faces. But if Senkaye kasi be my own, certain works that have not been mentioned or were not mentioned in this particular category, and they would come to challenge some of them in there. And I'll be say, okay, where the politics in TFA.
Well, interesting times, wonderful submission as well. Now let's pick some issues. Amrado is not happy. Not Amrado alone. Fans of Amrado, they're also not happy. What is Amrado saying? Richie, if you can put that on the screen, let's see what Amrado's problem is and whether we would agree or disagree with him. It's about his song, Kweku Anansi. Oh, it says, Dear Ghana Music Awards, why was Kweku Anansi not nominated? Oh, Nancy,
Madam Brown,
but me flash it.
Minimum
add the dry
into all
flash.
So when you kakra and all phrase.
You know the phrase.
And
then the minimum just what?
Not the same. Your phrase are not the same.
Nina Kokwana say add popular song. Rich, let's see the popular songs again. Let's see Rachel Poe made it in the popular song category.
Yeah, but this year, dear, hey, song Paco Kwananzi is not in.
Oh, damn round.
This one, dear.
Oh, the remix is there. Oh,
But how?
then why is Amrado crying then?
But why is the original not in
The original not nominated. Oh, okay, Matidi Okanasi. Like, so they want to prioritize the remix more than the original. But I think
the original too was bigger than the remix.
I think I agree with Amarado. The original was far bigger than the remix.
Wait,
so you have
popular song
of the year.
Hosanna, Banzi Banero. Yaya Keke. Yaya Keke was not popular.
Not that popular. Yaya Keke wasn't that popular. But it may qualify to be in there.
And popular.
Yeah.
Victory, it was popular.
Yeah, Victory.
Liquor was not popular.
Terminator.
No,
that one, me too. I won't pick Liquor.
Oh, popular. Terminator was very popular.
That one there.
Monica, popular.
Yes.
Case remix, popular. Asida, hands up.
Yeah.
Good thing, hands up.
Yeah.
Otime
is not that popular.
You know,
Into the future, very popular.
Yeah.
Richie, the Coconuts is not in at all.
Coconuts is not in. Popular song of the year.
Richie, and your friends saying any other popular, any other category.
Collaboration of the year.
No, we are not even talking about any other category. We are talking about
popular song
of the year, and it was not there.
That's a huge miss.
And also songwriter.
It's obvious miss.
It's also been about songwriter of the year.
Yeah, that song too was one.
Yeah. I think this is a huge miss coming from Telecel Ghana Music Awards. I mean, this is a popular song.
Ska. One or two Ska.
Jackie.
That means one or two, like who sang it, as in among music lovers.
Kwakwa Nancy. Kwakwa Nancy went even beyond the normal people reacting to music.
Yes.
You see people that you will not expect them to even react to it. Some even doing it in church.
Yes.
And you are saying that it's not among the most popular songs in Ghana.
Ska, for instance, also was not popular.
Yeah.
And
Ska, Yaya Keke and then Otime. I mean, I'll take the... And then Leko. I'll take Otime, Leko, Yaya Keke and Sky out. They don't deserve to be here.
Never.
They don't deserve to be in there.
Yaya Keke is a
but the rest,
play.
yes.
Jackie is a political play. And Otime too. Otime was timing. He was able to hit the time right.
Like it was boom and then off.
Sarkodie's Otime was strategically positioned to hit this.
It was Christmas, right?
Yes, that time. The time of release aided Otime to this category.
And Kwakwa Nancy is not in here. Come on. They should come back and explain things. Because this one day, nominations, popular song of the year in Ghana. Or Kwakwa Nancy is not in.
Something is missing.
Yeah, big one. This is a huge miss. That is an obvious one.
Okay, Richie, you can bring some of the cards. Let's assess some of them and see if
and then Richie, if you have
international collaboration. This is Jackie and JB.
The
Ska, okay. Because Omunji and Omunji Nashiba Victor, so many
na Jesse no run na Omunji last minute picture boom na bebo.
Yeah, maybe Terminator, yes. Manoji, yes. Cryptocurrency, yes. Woto seasoning, yes. Who is Woto seasoning for?
Odumodum Black.
Okay.
Odumodum Black.
So yeah, maybe they can argue that okay,
well maybe they are only representing the Ghanaian artists. Yeah.
In that case, then they should be showing both images.
Yeah.
I mean, giving the images of the.
They can argue
given that the songs are for them.
For them, it's not for you. But and we are talking about international collaboration.
International collaboration, because it's a Ghana Music Awards. I think it should be the Ghanaian featuring the international person. So like here.
Stoneboy will not qualify.
Stoneboy is qualified.
Yeah.
Terminator is qualified. Cryptocurrency is qualified.
Woto Sisi is not a Ghanaian song.
Yes, so it should be out.
That's what you are saying. That's what you are saying.
Woto Sisi is not
That's
a
what you are
Ghanaian
saying.
song.
That's what you are saying.
Because it is Ghana Music House and your first priority.
And then the last made one to the
Jazino.
Yeah, that one too should be out. I mean, how?
Unless maybe they explain to us more.
Oh, that be. I think they messed
Because
up.
if
they do like this, then what they are saying is that they are rather awarding those people.
Yes, because it's their song.
Yes.
It's not a song for Black Sheriff or Last Made here. So they shouldn't be in here. They shouldn't be in here. No.
Okay, Richie, let's go. Okay, this is the collaboration of the year, and Kokwa Nancy remix. I'm not doing familiar was taken. So if it did well here, why did it not go for that?
But as for most popular song, I think they got it right. They got it wrong.
Yeah.
If Kokwa Nancy is not in there, now I see that even the mistakes are too much here.
Richie, you can move on.
Let's go to the
best female
vocal performance.
There is something that I want to commend them for. The fact that this time they did not deal with the popular names to put them in the female vocal performance.
They have technicalized it.
And that is good, because sometimes they only go for the popular songs to put them in the best female vocal performance or the best male vocal performance. But this time around, if you pay attention to the people, they are not the popular people. They are people who really delivered on their songs. I think if there's one category that I'm so much happy about, it is the female songwriter. For me, not God. DSL, Truth. Akwabua, okay. And this category too is not about how popular the song is. So this category can... And
even this category, you don't have Kokwa Nancy in here. That one too is a huge miss.
In the category definition for the international collaboration, they've given a window.
Okay.
It can be a Ghanaian featuring a non-Ghanaian and vice versa.
Okay. Then those non-Ghanaian pictures should be there. Missing that picture is also telling different stories.
But they will also argue that they want to celebrate the Ghanaian artist.
But the song is not for the Ghanaian artist.
Go for only products for the Ghanaian artist.
So that's they've given a window.
It's a miss.
This and vice versa.
It's a huge miss. I think it's wrong. They have to.
Best rap performance and Amrado, Endo Baroni, then Fem, Lyrical Joe Strongman, Sarkodie, and Medical. I think this one is a well fit. EP album of the year, Taste of Africa, Biana, Fountain Baby, Amare, Love and Chaos, Kwame Eugene, Fifth Dimension, Stoneboy, Medical, Planning and Plotting. Wow. Popular song, okay, I show you. Record of the year, Amare, Biana, Stoneboy, Efia, My Help, Oluwa, Jometo, Medano, featuring Kwekute, Just Black. I'm not sure about Just Black as what I know him and his works. Artist of the year. Black Sheriff, King Promise, Kwame Eugene, Nasi, Sarkodie, Stoneboy. Chabo, who will be your pick if you are to vote for one?
I'll go for King Promise or
no, one.
Kwame Eugene.
One. Just defend your
one. Between Kwame Eugene and King Promise, I'll go for King Promise. I think,
not Stoneboy.
No, not Stoneboy. Wow. Stoneboy, he has done his best. He's in our faces. He's moving here and there. You can hear him, but I think King Promise has done enough to also take the space. That's the thing. Like King Promise, apart from
Stoneboy was supported by his past
achievement, and then again he's been moving around doing featuring. Like he's everywhere. He's working so hard for us to see him. You can't miss him.
Then
like he's in our
face. If he's working so hard for you to see him, then why are you?
Here's the thing. I mean, compared to King Promise, King Promise he's doing his thing. Like the effort that Stoneboy is putting in his craft for us to see him it's not the same as King Promise is doing, but you can't push King Promise out. So if you don't take care, some of the effort will overshadow the real thing happening. Like they are all doing their best, but here we are talking about music here. So promoting it is not necessarily mean that you are on top. You see, Stonebwoy has promoted his song so well, into the future. For instance, I mean, the collaboration that he did with these people, Yango, it was in our face. The song is nice, like the song is beautiful. This is a good song that you can listen to. But he was pushing it to us so much that you can't miss it. King Promise, we can't say that he did equally the same kind of promotion. But you can also not miss Terminator. It's all over the place. So if I'm considering both of them, then I may be tempted to go with King Promise, because I'm also considering the fact that someone promoted it so much for it to be in my face that if I don't take care, I'll miss the one who is also doing a good job but didn't promote it that much. That's why I'm going for King Promise. Not that Stonebwoy hasn't done well or he's not doing well. It's the fact that King Promise cannot match the kind of promotion that Stonebwoy has done. But King Promise is at par with him, kind of. So if that's the case, then I'll consider King Promise. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Kobe, who would be your pick, your number one pick out of this squad?
I'll also go in for King Promise. I think for some years now, not just this year, I mean, he has worked incredibly well. I mean, in terms of featuring and on international platforms to international shows, he has been consistently putting Ghana on the map. So I think this is the time that we also appreciate him. And there was a time that he did better, that he could have equally won the awards, but we didn't give it to him. I'm not saying based on consideration, but he has worked hard, and I think this is the time for us to also appreciate him. So I won't be surprised seeing King Promise win. I mean, and he's still doing some, I mean, featurings, I mean, releasing some bangers that are doing incredibly well. Some of the songs that, even the new one, Paris, is doing amazingly well. Terminator, the promotions, the tour, the events that he played, I mean, that was, I mean, enough proof for us to be convinced that he deserved the Artist of the Year.
I see. Ro, who is your pick too?
As it stands, it's between King Promise and Stonebwoy. And Stonebwoy has his political arm stretched so much. Unfortunately for King Promise, unless something changes. As it stands, if we are to go about my initial comments about the politics in the game, Stonebwoy will win hands down. It is what it is. Unless King Promise last minute, just like Black Sheriff pulled something off last minute last year.
In the last hour.
Unless King Promise comes with some caterpillar, else it is done and dusted. But then, I would wish the two of them would not be complacent. Because you see Joe Metal, Nasi has his eyes on the prize, of which if these two people play loose, so me, it is between Stonebwoy and King Promise. But as it stands, Stonebwoy has an edge over King Promise in terms of the political play. If it is about work, I can't rate one above the other. If it is about work, I can't rate one above the other. But if it is about politics, we know it is very dynamic, and it can switch in the next minute. As it stands, Stonebwoy's political arm is wide stretched than King Promise for me. So he stands a better chance of picking it up, unless King Promise is able to come with some radical movement, the last minute to like, you see the way Black Sheriff last year, the conversation was off for him. Then he came, put himself in everybody's pocket, like minye, that kind of thing. Unless King Promise, and that is not King Promise's attitude. We know that is not his attitude. Unless he forgoes that and come giddy. People need a reason to go for King Promise. But if he doesn't give them that reason, it is a done deal for Stonebwoy. So it is between these two people. So if the King Promise team is listening or they will be watching, this is the time for them to take the bull by the horn. Unless maybe if you come, you come. If you no come, alhamdulillah. Unless that is it. Else, if they really want it, they need to show people they want it.
I know they want it.
Then they have to show it.
I've spoken to some insiders.
Then you see,
who are so sure that they want this.
Then they have to go radical, because the battle.
I think he has a chance, so he should work hard. Yeah.
No, the chance there, he has it. Everybody is seeing King Promise as a huge contender, but they want a reason. Just like Black Sheriff last year. Everybody, so when Black Sheriff was playing though, some people even got angry. That we were supporting you from the onset, but
I was one of such people.
Looks like what's the other, you understand? Until he came with that aggression that I am here, I really want it. Before some people did a U-turn and say, okay, let's give it to him. If King Promise can do that movement, or can forgo all his attitude and demeanor and say, I want it, like he should be aggressive on that.
For it.
Yes, if he shows that hunger, the competition are tight as Stonebwoy. Else, that's why they run away, Stonebwoy.
I see. Well, thank you. Still more on the awards in the coming days.
Most popular gospel.
Gospel song of
the year.
Okay, Richie, if you have
gospel song of the year or
Chemo was personal interest.
Yeah, personal interest.
Chemo was personal interest. Richie, if you have the
gospel song,
best gospel song.
And gospel artist.
Yes, of joy, on my merit, yes, of joy. Animunyam Mebeloche. Asida Nasi, of course, big. Careful by Perez Music. Mo PCS, actually PCS are moving so the air strong. 100% Scott. Say amen. Then Hamilton, victory, Joyce, blessing.
People that I say, what you have a good so.
Best gospel
artist, this one, I said, where the start to
best gospel artist, Dana Hamilton, Joe Metal, Joyce, blessing.
That's right.
Mabel Otre, Nasi, Perez Music, PSC Esther, and Scott Evans.
Table is shaking. Table of men. The table is shaking.
Jamo, you have issues there. In this
I think this one too. There's a huge miss here. Great Ampon not being part of this list is a huge miss. Like you go like.
So
what is happening?
Nino said victory over Mo. Wow. Now, Nino. So. What my problem is that Nino thinks that only your friend is saying
Mo
should be out.
Or what?
Only victory should be out for Mo to replace it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, obvious. Okay, that's what it is.
For the most popular song of the year.
And I feel wako editing. Post no okay. Mo by PSC Esther is missing here. Because Musa had no account for a victory over Mono Musa account for a
There's a one cast in here the bonnier for me.
And I face or Opposite need Joyce blessing. But Manford Nico. I think that was an unfair comment, especially knowing that they stand for gospel. It was an unfair comment for him to say a victory over Mo. Wow.
No, but for me, that's not even the point. Like, if you think that yes, victory is not popular enough, fine. But in this case, it's obvious that victory is all over the place. I mean, we have heard the song with even the controversies around it. So if you are talking about most popular song and you think victory should be out, that's where the issue is. But if in your opinion you think that victory wasn't popular enough, but you say it in a context that you all say, okay, this is arguable, fine. But this is not arguable. Victory deserves to be part of the most popular song of the year. So for you to say Victory should be out is some way.
That is unfair.
Yes, I'm not
really.
really. It's not fair for him to comment like that.
No,
I mean, now you see, Mo is missing here. It's a fair comment, or
for you
to say
politically right.
But for you to pinpoint Victory especially, that was way off. Then people will be thinking something else. Is he saying that Victory, Liquor is more popular than Victory?
Yes.
Or Ska?
Yes, that's what it was.
So that's where people will have issue with you. Because me, I can say Victory is. For me, I can say Victory is popular than Liquor and even.
Franco, I'm not. PSC has 3.4 million views on YouTube. Joyce Blessing has 3.1 million on YouTube. How did Mo miss out on the most popular song?
So now we can just base on this and say that the agenda or the whole thing was just pushing towards Joyce Blessing.
Yes.
It's like we have issue with Joyce Blessing.
No, so to them, what means that the table of men Joyce Blessing was not their favorite.
She did not come to the table.
Yes.
So they have issue with her, not with the entire nomination. That's why I'm saying that you can have issue with the entire nomination and say that why is Mo missing? It makes sense. Or Mo is popular than so and so songs. Like you can mention, that's what I'll mention Liquor and then the Ska. I think Mo, even if Mo will come in, it will be more, for me, it will be more reasonable to compare Mo with that songs. But if you go for Victory, it's so obvious that you desperately want the artist to kick the artist out. Yeah. Because Victory, how is that even an argument here? Victory by Joyce Blessing. Come on. It's oh no. That I think he got it wrong. That's why maybe people push him out and now he deleted the thing by the thing to be a action. Yes, and even the comment from Kwabena Owusu is also betraying him. Because Kwabena Owusu, I don't know him, but I think he may be part of the.
Oh, Frankie 5.
Oh, okay.
Frankie 5.
Okay, so that's his name.
That's Frankie 5.
Okay, then obviously they were just going in for Joyce Blessing, not really. They don't really have issue with the nomination, but they have issue with Joyce Blessing. That's how I see it.
Okay.
I'm not surprised though. Okay. At least it has come to expose some of us our assertion that the table of men is a biased table. So me, when I saw it, I was like, oh, finally. It was just a matter of time before you people expose yourself. And this is a clear example. Yeah. This is a clear example that if indeed it is to champion biasly your fraternity, then you will not even do anything to touch somebody that belongs to your fraternity. Whether fair or foul, you won't do it. But it has come to expose that particular session that you people are there just to serve. And once I want top, now they be on one I can. These comments have also come to expose it.
Well, let's do the very last topic. Kidi has said something. I want us to analyze what Kidi has said. If there is some truism in it, then we can close for the day and start our weekend here on this note. Rich, you can bring it down. So, Kidi is saying that the music structure in Ghana doesn't give artists time and space to rest. Once you go a year without a song, everyone assumes you are out of the system. Kidi is saying that the music structure in Ghana does not give artists time and space to rest. Once you go a year without a song, everyone assumes you are out of the system. And Kidi Let's listen to what he said in full. Says Dennis Nana Dwamina, famed Kidi, a Ghanaian serial hitmaker, in an up-close discourse on Convo with the Head, a podcast by Kwajo Sheldon, recounted regretfully how the Ghanaian music industry structure is demanding of the artists at the expense of their personal schedules and mental capacity. Speaking expansively on this, he said that the system does not allow artists to have a relaxation time to themselves. He added that the fans always want artists to be dropping songs on regular basis, and a failure to do that, people will move on and leave you to your fate. I'm sure that's what they wanted to say. Just opposing the stressful Ghanaian system to that of the Western world, he said a UK-based artist, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, and others can drop an album this year and wouldn't do anything for the next 5 years and still survive through the system. Big shout outs to Shatawale for this particular point. That is why today, if Shatawale releases 4 songs in a day, and people don't get it, Kidi has summarized everything the gentleman has been doing. And what he said, let's wrap up on that. Copy just one. Take it up. Is it the truth in our music industry? And why is it like that? Why is it that people will forget about it just 1 year, even when you had a song just last year? The next year, 1 year, and will be a comedy.
Well, there's some, truth in it, and at some point too, you can argue with some of the things that he said. Let's make comparisons to that of, our veterans era and the new generational era. You see, in those days, the musicians on board they were kind of limited, handful. You can count them, and the competition wasn't too much. High comparing to our time. So you can even release a banger, and one banger you can take a whole year to do your promotion and still fetch for some opportunities and awards. But in our time, there's so many talents around, and it has become competition now. And all these things that we are talking about, this same energy that you are looking from another side, another person is equally looking for the same energy. So how do you prove yourself, say we should support you, or maybe we should go in for you and ignore the rest? And that is what's bringing this kind of competition. So we've tuned or we've psyched our mind, say even if you have songs doing well, if in the course of the year, if you are not able to bring a banger out, it means I say you are lazy, you are not doing anything. But I believe if you are also kind of, understanding the dynamics in this kind of game and play our cards well, it will still change this narrative. But the point is, how do we change it? Because the fans will always be demanding. And some of our people that we need them to direct the conversation will even worsen the case at all. And there, I'm talking about, some of our gatekeepers, the players, the key players, key radio presenters, key pundits that we expect them to even, come up with the right convo. They will be the people rather going hard on these artists instead of them to even understand or maybe educate the fans for them to get to know the dynamics in the game. They won't, because fans will always be fans, and it will take the artists and the few people who understand the game for them to make the people understand. So the direction that you are going isn't the right direction, because fan he's never satisfied, and you always add something or demand something from an artist. But how do we change it? So I believe when we put our structures right, all these conversations, some of the pressure will be limited, because I see too much pressure on our creatives to the extent comparing it to community or than past people not recording. Because after dropping Monica doing very well, couple of people to Namu demand, they said, what is the next banger? Meanwhile, so Monica was a big banger that we were jamming to. Or the Abenaba. Right now, people will be like, let's bring in what? Yeah, so that kind of and
we can do Abena Monica.
Yeah, so Abena Monica I guess Abena Monica will be in soon. So all these kind of factors come to play. And acquire scheme, there will always be reasons for people to compare, because our system is different from the Western system. And he brought him a comparison to that of the Western world. We can never make that kind of comparison, because there are structures. We have things that can monitor your works. We don't necessarily have to depend on people's perception or maybe ideas on certain things. We know that when you go to this place, you will get the result or the outcome that you're looking for. But in our own case, right. So sometimes let me listen to this party and let me also consider this thoughts. And most of the times, after when the nominations has been done, we won't say we have issues with it because politics will come to play. I have my personal interest, and of course, if I have to sit on a board to talk about it, I will surely go for my personal interest. But if we are to go in for the right, info, get the right thing, then I believe winning in a subitra. Yeah.
Bro, we are closing.
The Ghana music market is just like the English Premier League. There is no break. The moment you understand this, the better it will be for you. There is no break. The English Premier League, there is no break. That's how the market is structured. It is not about even the demands of the people. That is how the market is structured. You see, one of the major sources of income for entertainers or musicians is performances. And those performances is based on how hot you are at that particular time. Yeah. That's the premium they will put on you. But there are certain people who are exceptional cases who have been able to build that thing around themselves to the extent that they don't need to be hot at that moment to still survive. Because if it is about the other structures that is going to give you like your streams and your royalties, those things are the least that you if you depend on that one here, you die. But elsewhere, the reason why somebody like Ed Sheeran can release an album in 5 years' time is because the monies that he can even get from there is okay, even if he doesn't perform. But here, your livelihood depends on your performance.
True.
And that performance is driven by your releases. So if you delay your releases, you are delaying your performance. And if you delay your performance, the hunger will kill you. That's how it is. This is a free space market, a free operating market that anybody can penetrate through. In Ed Sheeran's market, it is very tight. You may see it to be free, but it's tight. And you'll be able to because the label blocks and the structures that are pegging, yes, they are built, but indirectly are also pegging other people from penetrating in there freely.
That's true.
So here is an open market for everybody, including people who are coming from outside. So you are not only competing with the people here from the space. A blue show, your friend is a breakum. A best shock you say, "We're for Ira Star." I'm another bold breakum. No, come out here because at that moment, Ira Star is me remember. You understand? So yes, it is the way the market is structured and it is built. That is what is putting that pressure on the artist to constantly release. Because if you don't do it, it is either you succumb to the pressure or you find a way to also adjust to it. The likes of that Lumba, Kodwenpi, Shatawale, they have been able to structure themselves in a way that they don't need more hit songs maybe in order for them to survive or sustain themselves. Even with them, they still don't get tired of releasing. And that Lumba,
yeah,
you understand? And that is how it works because they understand that they can't even be complacent with the position that they hold. So periodically, I'm more refreshing. Two sessions are dropping 5 in a day, 6 in a day, and it is still to keep the waters afloat. It is still to keep his ship afloat. So that even if there is somebody who will even forget, say Shatawale or Hompoa, the moment that this session they releasing 5 songs in a day in the crown on him so okay, assume see what me penny the baby a
very revival.
Unfortunately for Kidi and the people who are thinking like him, that is how the market is built. If you are able to know the market you are in, it will be good for you so that you know how to adjust to it. And this pressure now holding any depression then will be film rough.
All right, Chamo, close the show for us.
Yeah, I'll make it brief because they have said it all. I mean, and it's also about the like Roland said about how we make money doing music here. Yeah, so the pressure will not stop until you decide to stop. We have few people who have made it based on the fact that they have so many hit songs and they have placed their brands in a way that you will need them wherever that you need people to do whatever. Like when you are looking for artists to do certain things, you can't pass them. And some of these people are Shatawale, Daddy Lumba, Kwadwentri, Amachi Dede. They have made it to that point that the pressure may not push them that much. They will now dictate, or they will tell how they should
the
pace. Yes, they should go. And a lot of artists cannot do that because the market is such that if you are not releasing and somebody is releasing bangers, then you are out for that person to come in.
Yeah.
More like a substitution kind of game. We have the core people playing the game. All the other ones, you have to prove yourself before you push you in there. And yes, Kidi is right. The pressure is so much. But it's because you know that if you don't do that, a combedo. It's not really about you are not releasing and no one will call you and no. A combedo, because if you are not releasing and you are making so much money on what you have done already, you won't care even if they don't call you. And at that point, you can dictate the pace. But in our case, or in his case, it's not like that. That's where the issue is. That Lumba will not be worried because he's not releasing.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, or no now, Oba also no Oba Tim get for become one for Bianca one me call. And I'm pounds or beko. Now corner obekono, obefre ne na sister on the boot. He said that is a kind of man. Yes. So it's because of that Lumba will not be pressured, or he will not be in any pressure to release a new song or not. Yes, he's good. So it's about doing something that you will be so okay that even if you are not releasing, you will be okay. So until you get to that such position, pressure he should listen to Kwame now. Pressure. So the pressure will be on them. That's how it is. Based on how our music industry is. As he said, the structure is such that if you don't release, you are out. Somebody else will take your position until you get to the level of that Lumba, Shatawale, Kwadwentri, Amachi Dede. Then you have to do that kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah, there's this talent that I'm supporting.
Okay.
He's Zulu Boy, one dancer artist.
Zulu Boy.
Yes,
from
Nima.
Oh,
Nima.
okay.
He's a Nima guy. And he's out with a new banger. Oh yeah. So to our viewers, check him out. He's one incredible talent. Support him, and he has.
Is the name his real name?
Zulu Boy.
Zulu is
the ZULU.
Okay, so the South African Zulu.
WOY, that kind of boy, kind of dancer.
Zulu Boy.
Yeah, sure. And my website too is active. kobijosvan.com. Get all your credible news out there. And to tunesafric.com too is out there. So check.
Tunes Africa is also managed by you.
Yes.
That one is for audio, like songs.
Yeah, but I don't do this MP3 stuff. If I have to promote any music, there should be a link.
Your link.
Yes.
Okay.
So I put it there. So the number of streams that you get via and the people that visit it, goes in your credit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was there another Enzima artist called Zulu Boy too?
No, I don't have it. I know of no Zulu Boy. I think it's Formula. I know something like Formula, but no Zulu Boy. Yeah. Guy I'm interviewing. Oh, okay.
Well, so that is what it is. Thanks, guys, for being a part of today's show. Thanks to Intim Dodu Solomon, Chemo, who is at the extreme end, Kobe Josvan, the nation's blogger, in the middle, and Roland Amate at my immediate left. And to you, thanks for your time. Remember that I did this.
Let me say this one too. Prof. Uncle Namrabo.
Okay.
He has done his thing again. So a big shout out to him. I just woke up and I saw some big surprise, and he says that he has taken the cost of the DJs and for the wedding.
Wow.
Yes.
The cost of the DJ.
Yes. Like it's sound enough to. Yes, I think it's enough to cater for the sound and then even the DJ. So big ups to
And
Prof.
then where did
Where did they are basso? One move.
Sorry, now who did you say? I know what's for that.
I'm sure that day when I said it is weighing you, so they should do it.
I think Prof is claiming.
I think it is true. Or that crowd that's gonna die.
Aha.
So big ups to him.
Also was looking for the data.
Yeah, big ups to
do something as well. So,
yes.
Prof, thank you so
ups
much. You guys are a family all the time. Yeah. Tap send parimatch.com. Download this app, start using it, and subscribe to us. Happy Easter to you. We shall meet on Monday. Juma. So we can take any Samba Easter Day so that you can. My name is Sammy Flex. We're out of here. Bye bye.